Hola! In this video I will show you how to fix some common problems or mistakes that I've noticed in some of the blogs for this class. First of all, let's talk about the blog name. It should be in Spanish, it should be free of spelling or grammatical mistakes, and that includes accent marks and or tildes over the end. All titles in Spanish only capitalize the first letter of the first word, so make sure that your title follows that. It should not be offensive, and it should represent you. Some blog no-nos. Please do not have your last name anywhere in your blog. Not on a blog post, not on a presentation that you embedded, not on a movie that you embed. Anywhere on the name, on the description of yourself, nowhere should I be able to see your last name. Also, make sure that you include no offensive language and no offensive pictures in your blog posts. And please do not make any references to the place you live or to the school name. And now let's talk about the things that your blog must have. It should have 2 columns, and you can fix that going to template, and I'll show you that in a moment. It should include the following gadgets, titled in Spanish, mis ligas, seguidores, archivo del blog, copyright, and quién soy. If you don't know how to do this, you can watch the first video that I shared with you on how to create your blog. All links and embed codes that you put on your blog should work, and you are responsible for making sure that they work, whether it's a Google presentation, a Voki, or a movie from YouTube. Whatever is it that you embed, it should work. And also, your blog must be visually and aesthetically pleasing. For example, the font size should be not too big, not too small, but just enough so people can read it without a problem. The type should be the same, not a crazy font type that no one can read. And the color, make sure that the color contrasts the background color enough so that we can actually see the words. Otherwise, we will not be able to read whatever you write on your blog. And after you finish checking that, also make sure that the embedded items that you have are an appropriate size for your blog. They shouldn't be too big or too small, but just right. So I'm going to show you how you can fix some of the problems in your blogs. Okay, so for example, here we have a title, and this title is missing an accent mark right here. So you can go back to Blogger, and under Settings, where it says Title, click Edit, and include the accent mark. Again, make sure that the title starts with a capital letter, but the rest of them are lowercase. And click Save Changes. Now we can go to Template. And if you have 2 columns, you show one thing here and another one there. All of them will at least have 2 columns. The only one that doesn't have 2 columns are the dynamic views. So we're not going to choose any from there. So now the title has been fixed. But as you can see, the presentation is way too big for the blog post. So what you need to do is to go back to Blogger and go to Posts. Find the one that you need to fix. You probably will have to switch to HTML so you can get rid of it. And now what you need to do is to go to your Google Drive, find your presentation, and click on File, select Publish to the Web, select a smaller size, copy the embed code, and once in your blog, paste the code, go back to Compose, click Update, and that should have taken care of it. To make sure it did, go to View Blog, and now that the size is working, you should be fine. What if you need to make a correction anywhere on your presentation? Find the presentation, your Google presentation, make changes, and all the changes are made automatically to your presentation, so you don't have to go back and keep embedding and updating your blog. If I go back to my blog and I click refresh, you should be able that the change was made. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, so maybe make the changes, come back 5 or 10 minutes later and double check that the changes are reflected in your blog. And that's it. Please let me know if you have any questions by sending me an email. Hasta luego.